Issue number 20 of the Power Rangers comic by Boom Studios begins at the funeral of Jason's mother, Anne Christine Scott. So it looks like Jason's mother really is dead, as stated in Power Rangers issue number 19 and Mighty Morphin issue number 20. Being back in Angel Grove, it gives us the chance to see Ernie talking to Jason. It's something we've not seen in a long time, and it's well executed. Ernie does his best to comfort Jason, but he has to go to check out food stuff as he turns away with tears in his eyes. Although we don't know much about Jason's mother in the series, it's clear she's touched the hearts of a lot of people. Her death, however, is quite sudden, and so we see the Power Rangers discuss what happened. Jason's father told Kimberly's mother that the cause of death was some sort of rare heart arrhythmia or something which caused her to die in her sleep. There were no warning signs, and Billy says that she could have had the condition for years, but it went unnoticed. At Eternity Point, Andros and C are questioning the Exurix they captured. Andros wants to know where the Astro Megaship is, but the Exurix isn't talking. Now the Exurix is talking big. He says his people will honour him for his silence, but Andros has no honour. The Exurix invaded another world before KO-35. It was small and far less advanced, but they fought harder and more bravely than the people of KO-35. In the end, C and Andros abandoned the interrogation as they weren't getting anywhere. Except that wasn't the end of it. Andros returns to the Exurix, lowers the energy shield, powers up, and the two start talking. A bit of intimidation is in order. Now to Jason and his dad. Jason wants to help his dad out and says someone has to help look after him. However, his dad says no, and he's selling the house. Once done, he'll move to Crawford to stay with his sister. Jason's dad does not want Jason to see him fall apart. So Jason's bond with his dad looks further strained. Over to the juice bar now. The Rangers watch Journey perform magic via a video feed. Journey can now put proper sentences together and only learned magic 2 days ago. Journey is still 1 week old, but looks 10. So Journey is growing up fast and evidently is a fast learner too. Jason tells Tommy that because Earth is good, the Omega Rangers can get back to Safe Haven to help Andros. He tells Trini and Tommy that they don't need to treat him like glass. His situation sucks, but promises he's okay. And now back to Eternity Point. The Exurix has taken a beating from Andros and is now cooperating with C, answering his questions. Although it did take the crack of a neck from Andros to get a bit more information out of the Exurix. After the questioning is over, the Exurix is placed in a container and then put into the vault. However, the lid begins to open after the vault is shut. And the reason for that is because Andros made it so that the Exurix can escape once inside the vault. They had a deal. Andros wanted the Exurix to help him gain access to the vault. The Exurix wanted freedom. Another voice is heard in the vault, but only Andros can hear it. The Exurix doesn't want to be involved in this and tries to strike Andros. However, Andros kills him. Compared to Andros from Beyond the Grid, this Andros is more ruthless. He's not evil, but there is a darkness in him, and that voice seems to be calling out to Andros' dark side. At the new command center, Zordon thanks Jason for helping out the people of KO-35, as it was a planet dear to Zordon. He'd been helping the planet for centuries. The conversation shifts so that Zordon becomes sympathetic for Jason's loss, but it seems Jason's had enough of hearing the same thing. He doesn't know what to do. Jason even thinks there's nothing left for him in Angel Grove. He feels as if the Rangers don't need him, and his dad certainly doesn't need him. Jason tells Zordon he envies Andros because he can take all his anger and rage and point it at someone. But Jason, he has nobody to blame and nothing to punch. At Eternity Point, Andros finds another container that's been chained up. It's where the voice is coming from, and it's the one Andros has been seeking this whole time. It's because the being inside conquered death. Andros sought this being out because he wants to strike a deal. If he releases the being inside, he wants it to help avenge the people of KO-35 and destroy Dark Spectre. The voice agrees, and Andros removes the chain and takes off the lid. The voice tells Andros that long ago, It was one of the lucky few to be chosen to protect the universe for all time, and it has some unfinished business. The final shot is of Andros holding an Omega Ranger Morphin. So, it appears this being was selected to be an Omega Ranger long ago, but was sealed away for some reason. This then would have been the 5th Omega Ranger. I think this issue was a bit of a surprise. Seeing Jason deal with the loss of his mother and his dad trying to put some distance between them was sad to say the least. I thought that perhaps Jason's mother wasn't really dead and some evil being was faking it to bring the Omega Rangers back to Earth. But it appears Anne Christine Scott is really dead. I'm not sure how I feel about Andros at the moment. It was surprising to see him seek out someone in the vault, killing the Exurix and also finding an Omega Ranger's Morphin. It was kind of cold and calculated, so he is a rebel, but this characterization of Andros doesn't fit with the Andros we saw earlier in the comics, like Beyond the Grid. So will Andros become the man he is in Beyond the Grid and the Psychopath? Or is all that going to be ignored like other things have been ignored in the comics now?